all, I'm proud of our group for how we battled, and thought we got great contributions from a lot of different people. But certainly disappointed that we let one get away, one that we were capable of winning. And we know we got to make our free throws. I mean, and we know we got to be able to execute in time and score situations on both ends of the floor. And I felt like their experience, the last 4 minutes of the ball game, really helped them pull away.
So what do you think your girls lacked, do you think, in those last 4 minutes that they had?
I think our decision making wasn't great. I think our execution of continuing to execute defense wasn't great. We had, multiple times where we didn't execute our pick and roll defense. We had multiple times where we gave people that we didn't want to shoot the ball open shots. And I think offensively they were small, and we're trying to pound the ball inside, and sometimes we're not making the best decisions on how to pass it or who's shooting it. Those kinds of things that just take experience. And we hadn't been in a lot of close games. And I think being able to execute in time and score with the pressure on is another area that we have to continue to get better.
How much do you think being without different girls different times because of injuries adds to that? You're having to have girls blend into different roles.
Yeah, I certainly think that's a factor as well. I mean, any time at the end of the ball game, in the past we'd get the ball in Chelsea's hands and she'd make a play. Now we're asking players to step outside their comfort zone. We're asking players to experience things they haven't, with like Jordan, Kaylee, even Lily in these time and score situations. And I thought Autumn was exceptional today in the way that she scored the basketball, her defensive execution, and rebounding the basketball as well. And we've got to consistently have 3 or 4 players step up and give us production.
So size has been kind of an issue for you guys in past years. Now you think about Foz and Autumn, and then even Bree knocking down some perimeter shots. I mean, just that kind of 3-headed monster you guys have going, the potential of what could happen in SEC play. What kind of excites you about those 3 players in particular? Well,
I think anytime you have a player like Foz that can really go one-on-one against anybody in the country, it's big. Now we've got to find some consistency around her. If Autumn can continue to give us production consistently, that's helpful. We got to find ways to get Sierra open shots. Teams are not going to leave her open. Lily's consistently got to continue to knock down those 15-foot jump shots. Kaylee's got to be able to knock down jump shots because right now teams are game planning for Foz and for Sierra, and that's it. And we have to find ways to continue to try to get creative and get her touches. It's not something we've done before. But we just need everybody else to step up and be able to knock down shots to open it up for her.
Foz, you were scoring well in the paint, but obviously y'all had some high-low stuff working well for a while. How different is the defensive look that you're getting right now? Are they crashing on you a lot, or how different is that attention?
Yeah, I mean, today's game they were mostly coming off of Autumn to double team me on the post, and she did a great job, to be open for me to pass her the ball and knock down shots and make great plays. In general, Coach White prepares me for double teams, and she tells me kind of how to handle that. And so, I trust my teammates to, whenever I pass it out, to make the right play, and that's been happening.
So, Steph, I would imagine opponents are going to look at that then and say that's the bigs is what you have to attack when they play you. Is that going to get harder for them, or is it you're just going to have to get better beyond them?
Both. It's definitely going to get harder for them because the SEC has some of the best defensive minds in the game. Best defensive coaches in the game. I think one of the areas that Foz has really grown in and will continue to grow is being poised when she catches the ball so that she can start to read it. And I think her balance is better and improved, and I think she's able to score in a double team right now. But other people are going to have to step up. I mean, we've got to find ways to position Sierra so that she can get some open shots, and we got to find ways to continue to help Kaylee and Jordan and Lily gain confidence in their shot. I thought Bree was really good tonight, and when these two can play together and Bree can knock down that shot and Autumn can knock down a 15-footer, it's going to make teams think twice about how they defend. I think the challenge for our group is to do it consistently, and that comes with repetition.
Foz, you obviously took the year off last year and then kind of having to come into a new league and experience in the ACC, obviously, but now you're in a situation where you're sort of a new player but have to be a leader at the same time. How's that adjustment been, I guess, this year, and just having to lead a team that, as Steph's talked about, had to do a lot of injuries?
I think this team has a lot of leadership already, so it's just kind of, we listen to productive criticism from each other. So it's not like, oh, I'm just going to listen to Foss, I'm just going to listen to Kaylee. Like, everyone has something to offer, and that's what we're working on, like, just listening to all perspectives and, like, being more poised about that. But, you know, that year off, I mean, obviously I was a little rough or whatever at the beginning and stuff like that, but I think that year off helped me a lot. Like, the coaches made it an emphasis for me to get better, and, you know, they show confidence in me and believe in me, so that's always a good thing when you're playing in the SEC.
Steph, do you have a timetable on Brene and Chelsea?
I don't. I mean, Brene is at minimum, I think, still a couple weeks away. Chelsea, we don't. You know, and I think it makes it a little bit difficult, but at the same time, their long-term health and ability to help our team and our program is most important. You know, so we got to get them healthy, and then we got to get them mentally feeling good about where they are. And you know, for both of them, they've never been injured before, so this is a whole new ball game for them. So I wish we did, but we just don't.
Steph, do you take anything away from being close to beating a 10-win Georgia team despite the injuries, despite the adversity, and seeing at least flashes of, hey, there's a lot of potential with this crew, especially considering how healthy you could be?
No question. You know, I think two things. One, first and foremost, this team is playing their butts off. You know, they're competing, they're playing hard, and every day we're getting better. I think we've got to continue to challenge them to get more consistent. And when you look at what we have when we get production and when we get strong minutes from different people, we've got a lot of pieces, and we really haven't put it together yet. And you know, you look at Foss, you look at Lily, you look at even Kaylee and Jordan, and those guys really didn't see much time, if any. I mean, Jordan obviously last year, Foss didn't see any time last year, so it's experience, and it's really learning how to play in these moments and learning how to be consistent and bring it every day. So I think we're closer. I think we're close, but at the same time, you know, it's got to be consistent.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.